So when you mix your workout with things like cold baths or ice baths, does it have an impact on sex hormones in humans?
Yeah, it would impact that. Testosterone levels will go up, but I'm not sure how much actually. It would definitely help, and especially if you're also doing heat, it's a good thing also to do the cold because the heat could decrease those levels. But I think that what is important here is to say something about women. There's a
And
lot.
that was my next question.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So there are some interesting discussions, I think, online. There's always new discussions, but these are around whether women should do ice bath or cold plunges. And there's some misconceptions that are floating around that women should not do it. And I think that's definitely not true. There is no science showing that cold plunges are not beneficial for women. On the contrary, actually, we benefit a lot from it. But as long as you don't do it a long time, all the science points to the direction that we get exactly the same benefits as men do. But if you sit there for a very, very long time, it could be that you, just like men, would just decrease your temperature in your inner organs, and there is no benefits of that. Women can defend our core temperature just as good as men, but hold on, we don't do it the same way.
Just differently, right?
Just differently. The physiology is just different. You men have more muscle mass to increase the temperature, and women have a better vasoconstriction to keep the warm blood inside our cells. We have a little bit more white fat, but that also protects us a bit, but it's not enough. So that's why we have a little bit more brown fat. So in that sense, everything equals out. You can say our human DNA has made us in a way where we can survive in the same environment, because when we have ice ages or heat waves, it shouldn't be that we extinct all the women or extinct all the men. I mean, from a biological side, it doesn't really make sense. So we can adapt to different environments. We just do it in different ways. How much is enough for us? Well, just like I would say for men and for women, as long as you just do it very briefly, then that is the same for men and for women. Women should be a little bit cautious around when they do it in their cycle.
Okay.
So women are a little bit more sensitive to stress when they're in the luteal phase of their cycle.
Okay.
And when they have the period. Okay. So when you feel a little bit more stressed there, you feel a bit more tired, you might feel more tired and stressed. That is where a cold plunge could feel a little bit too overwhelming for you. So if you are already experienced with the cold plunge and you feel that there's sometimes a difference in when you're doing it and how you feel about it, that could be the explanation. So my advice would be that if you feel okay with doing it in your luteal phase, then go ahead and continue that. It also decreases the menstrual pain for some people.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it does, the cramps.
Okay.
And also it helps also with the balancing your stress level. So if you already adapted to it, you might actually just keep going with it. But if you are super sensitive to stress while you're in your luteal phase, and especially for some women that is a thing, then just leave it out for that period and then continue again a couple of weeks later.
Yeah, I know a lot of women are going to kill me for asking this, especially my wife.
Really?
So is it a good idea? Because around the period, women are generally a little bit more edgy in terms of their mood. Is it a good idea to go for this method during that time so that you can calm yourself down a little more and not get perturbed by small things? This will help all the men in the world.
I think that that is a good question. There's no research really showing that it will help.
That's the research somebody should work on.
I think it's a good study. I think the narrative should be more on how is it actually, would it help them? So is it helping women to getting more used to stress? I think so, but not if you are looking at the sensitivity in that situation.
Yeah.
So that would still just vary. You could get used to it, as I said, and just continue. But if you are super sensitive to it in the first place, then that is where you might want to take a pause and get adapted in the other 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. But you probably, it won't cure your sensitivity, but it might get you adapted to a situation where you can balance better. And that's more on the mental side, I think. So I think definitely it could be something in the future.